you guys ever know how many times I've started this video, you would feel sorry for me, officially. The amount of time I start the video and then a call come in, it's just unbelievable. But yeah, let me just get this out of the way. I'm gonna look too wonderful right now. I know that. My head now comb and I'm not in nothing extra. I think you guys probably see me in a top like this already too. I have a couple of these tops, so it's not the same top. But guys, so here one now. Today I want to talk to you. You see what happened when me leave open the window them? I'm gonna go close every last window right now because me not like no noise on my head. Plus me have a little headache or bruise. So one sec. Yeah, so I'm back. So you hear the difference? No noise, no traffic, except for that bike. But if I could just take away all the yings in Jamaica, that's what I would do, you know? But sometimes we feel sorry for the people and who are trying to be bearers. They need a bike to get the services done. They're trying to make an honest living, so I kind of feel sorry for them, which is why when the government said, or members of the government said that, you know, they wanted to institute a ban on yings, I was just like, yo, that's just bad on so many different levels. You're gonna affect your own GDP. I'll do another video on GDP, the country's GDP, but bottom line is there are people genuinely trying to make a living from the use of a yang. I know people rob other people with yang and blah blah blah. I get that, I know, and it's a very bad problem, it's a very prominent problem. But at the same time, what's gonna happen to all the poor little bearers, you know? But enough of that. Guys, I've been having such a hectic day, you don't even understand. So I have my coffee as usual. But here what I did today. I went to the gas station and I bought one of the, you know, the sachets of French vanilla mix thing. Yeah, and I put it in my coffee today. So that's what I'm doing. But that's what I did. Anyway, guys, so I actually came in from Mandeville. I went to Mandeville early this morning. I left Kingston at like 5 o'clock. Went to Mandeville, came back, and now I'm here. Guys, guess what? I'm gonna clean my kitchen yet again. I'm gonna clean my kitchen. Yup. I don't know, for some reason, I think probably because the only time I really have to record is when I'm cleaning the kitchen or just straightening up my apartment. That's why you guys always see me cleaning. I promise I don't spend all my time cleaning. But yeah, as I said, I haven't had breakfast yet. I literally, as I come in, I came home probably 11 o'clock and then straight into my orders. What I had done was I left some work for my bearer to do with my guard at 5 o'clock. He got them done and everything. So now that I'm back in Kingston, I'm just jumping right back into the work I have to do. So I packaged my books, I dispatched the deliveries, and now, oh, my realtor just called. One of my realtors just called and she just gave me work to do. So it's not much. I just need to check on something. So I'm gonna do that and then I will check back in with you guys. You can probably stay with me while I wash the dishes. I like when you guys stay with me when I wash the dishes. Yeah, so something that you guys ask me a lot. They check the comment section in like one of my last videos, or many of my videos. A lot of people always asking me how I manage to juggle everything that I do. And I know I don't want some magical answer like I take two of this pill and drink two of them the juice there. But really and truly, you know, it just comes down to managing your time properly and efficiently and effectively. It comes down to scheduling your time in an appropriate manner. It comes down to discipline. Yo, discipline means so much to me that I have it tattooed on my wrist. I tell people all the time, you can't expect to be a sheller in all of your businesses or in your 9 to 5 or whatever if you don't have discipline. You have to have discipline, man. And I'm not saying I always have discipline because listen. First of all, the fact that my system have on weight coming, I put on like maybe 3 pounds or 4 pounds, and it shows you say I don't always have discipline in what I eat and what I do. I haven't been to the gym in like 2 weeks, so you know that it's not a case where I always have it. But you always have to try to have it. You need to remind yourself that discipline is important. And one of the things I decided to do when I was younger was to get it tattooed on my wrist so that I can never forget about it. But what's more important is that when you slip, you don't allow yourself to stay down. So when you slip, nobody slide. You just slip one time, just get back up, right? So I know that. Me, I gotta take up myself. Me, I gotta dark my ass and go to gym. tomorrow morning, me I go to gym. I'm gonna get back on the grind, you know, I'm gonna get back my body and thing. I'm gonna go grocery shopping today. I don't know how, but I'm gonna find myself in the supermarket. I'm gonna get some things. By the way, guys, it's been a whole week and a half, maybe a week and a half. Yeah, it's been a week and a half. It's been 2 weeks since I last went to get grocery, I think, maybe. But anyway, this week is a new week to get grocery because I don't have any food in my house except for the bread and the crackers. So I'm gonna go get some grocery. I'm gonna get back on the grind and I'm gonna get my body back, right? But as it relates to work, nothing special. Just schedule your time. Make sure you schedule your time and make sure you stick to it. You're not gonna want to always get up at 5 o'clock. God knows sometimes I don't want to get up at 5 o'clock. Like this morning, it was particularly hard for me to get up. But you have things to do, right? You have goals to accomplish. And if you have things to do and goals to accomplish, you are gonna lay down in your bed and not achieve what you're supposed to achieve. Like, come on, you're gonna make sleep get in the way of your future. I mean, your choice. Sleep and broke, or get up and reach. Easy. It's not that difficult. So anyway, instead of me there chat, I'm gonna start wash up my plate them, and then I'll talk to you guys a little later. I wish I could put my camera right here so I can always talk, so I can talk to you guys when I'm doing the dishes. But the camera will have to be right here or right here. Either way, it's very odd because I have to be, you know. So here, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna wash up these dishes and then I'm gonna come right back to you. Kitchen not clean until this Lysol done, you know. Listen, told you guys I was like a germaphobe. I either bleach it, sometimes I Lysol it, but Lysol for run, man. So my boyfriend came for me because apparently I have work to do on the road. So, what do I do? Work on the road. Not my work, no. But because him follow me for my work the other day, I follow him back for the theme work. Welcome back to Talk the Truth on a Couch. Gonna have to work on that. But this is where I'm gonna talk to you guys today. As usual, this is where I've been talking to you guys. Now, I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind. I get a lot of DMs from students, or even people who have recently graduated, but the topic is usually the same. Either people want to know how can they make income while they're in school, how can they get rid of their student loan, or they want to know if they should go back to school to study something else because maybe them think that the degree that they have is not sufficient. Now, my views on all of these topics are not the norm, right? And you guys pick up by now that when I say my views are not the norm, they really are not the norm. But I just beg you to just hear me out. That's all I want you to do, is just hear me out. Because everything I say on this channel, every single thing I say on this channel, or most things I say on this channel, I should say, it's from a personal experience. I can only speak from my personal experience. So, on the topic of how you can make some money while you're in school, what I'd say to you, I would say to you, I think you should be focusing on your studies. I think if you focus on your studies, if you're really focused on your studies, just hear me out. If you're really focused on your studies, your education can be your vehicle around the world. Your education can be literally the key to your success. I'm not saying this in a way where I mean that, you know, if you study to be a lawyer, then that's how you're gonna be wealthy and that's how you're gonna make it out of whatever situation you are. That's not what I'm saying. When I say education can be the key to your success, you literally have to learn different things in order to be able to make proper decisions, in order to be able to be a real citizen of this world, a contributing citizen to this world. If you don't have the requisite knowledge, then how can you truly speak up for your rights? How can you speak up for what you want, for your goals, for your dreams, for your desires, how will you know that this is how you're going to pursue them? You have to have some form of education. And I think if you're lucky enough to be in a university right now, then you need to stop messing around, stop trying to find money from this a hustler and that the scam and that the scheme there. Buckle down and do your work. I'll tell you what that did for me. I'm going to tell you my personal experience. I think you guys know, if you've been with me for a bit on this channel, you guys know that my father died when I was in 5th form. He died a week or two before I did my CSEC exams. And I knew from like I was a kid that I was going to study law. Partly because my dad and my mom told me that I was going to go study law. Not because I did chat too much. I never taught a lot actually. I was a pretty quiet kid. But they just, from a bond, them just say, yo, you are going to study law, you're going to be a lawyer. So obviously, when I started my CSEC exams, I knew what subjects I was going to be doing because I wanted to be a lawyer. I focused, I buckled down and I did my exams. And I came up with straight, all distinctions. I think I have 10 distinctions or something like that I have in CSEC. And I made sure I paid so much attention. I made sure I aced my CAPE exams too, because guess what? I'm trying to get into a good university in order to read for my law degree. When I did that, I ended up getting into UTech and I ended up getting into UE. Now here what happened. My father died, right? And my father died without any insurance or anything of the sort. And my mother, it was just my mother and 3 kids. Literally, I was the oldest, 3 kids. So at the time, she and I were discussing that, yo, maybe you need to go to UTech because UTech law is a lot, or was at the time, a lot cheaper than UE law. And it's because at the time, I don't know what the situation is now for UTech. You can't just transition into normal money law school. You have to read you have to sit another set of exams after you graduate from UTech in order to get into normal money law school after that. But if you went to UE, you'd just graduate straight to no exams. So at the time it was cheaper. No, I never wanted to go to UTech to study law because at the time the UTech law program was really new and it wasn't really what you would want to it's not the university you'd want to go if you go study law. You understand? So I never wanted to go, but I didn't really have a choice because at the time I was being offered a full scholarship to go to UTech, right? So me and my mother reasoned and I said, boy, mommy, you know, so probably I'm just going to go UTech because we do have the money and I don't want to stress you out because I have a sister and a brother. I don't want to stress you out. And about a month or so later, so me now, I saddle up for go UTech. But a month or so later, I got accepted to UE. Now, UE school fee at the time was I remember it exactly. UE school fee at the time was $10,000 US per year. And you talk to a girl with a mother, we don't have it, we don't have it. But I don't know if I say we don't have it. But anyway, you know what happened? You know what God did for me? In bust me upon a program, I got some government scholarship thing. Up to now, I never know the correct name for it, but I got some government thing, and I never asked for it, and I never even knew about it. I never even knew about it. But apparently, what happened was the government paid like a crazy amount of your school fee, like whole heap of your school fee. I think they pay almost 80% or something of your school fee, and then you pay the 20%, but you have to go foreign go study. You have to go to UE Barbados. You can't be at Mona. So I was like, I don't have a problem with that. I look at mommy don't have a problem with that. I mean, literally, if I want to go UE, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Plus I was excited because I'd never flown anywhere before in my life. I was really excited to go to UE Barbados. You know what happened when I busted out a program there? Listen, I focused so hard and it opened so many doors for me. This a girl in front of you, she's a product of all of her travel experiences, and guess what? The travel experiences came because of education. I can't tell when last me stepped on plane outside of university, you know. You see, from me graduate from normal money law school, I can't tell you when last I stepped foot on plane after that. And I have so much travel experience, and it's because of my education. I'm telling you that. It's when I went to Barbados, I met students from all over the world. Up to this day, if I want to go to Canada, I have a family who will make me stay there. We're friends. I met so many people, and you know what happened too? I met so many lecturers of different backgrounds, of varied backgrounds, and just talking to them. Those lecturers are the type of lecturers where you can just go in their office and you can just reason with them. And you know, just by virtue of doing that, it opened my horizon so much. It opened my intellectual capacity so much. It broadened the scope of my knowledge so much. You see, when me come intern a new law firm in Jamaica, trouble, I tell you, trouble. As a matter of fact, when I came, fast forward a little bit, when I came back here to intern at a firm in Jamaica, I mean, it wasn't hard. I grasped it so well. I just approached the managing partner and I said, hey, listen, you see my work, can I get a job? And he agreed. It was just that simple. And I can tell you it's because of those experiences I had in Barbados. But going back to Barbados, you know what I did? I focused and I made sure I got great grades in Barbados. I focused on the knowledge. I focused on really learning and appreciating what was in front of me. And you know what happened again? Because I got really good grades, I got another scholarship, and the other scholarship was from the Canadian government. When I got that scholarship from the Canadian government, I transitioned to University of Calgary. That's where I think I don't remember how long I did there, but not long. I transitioned to University of Calgary, and I got so much money from the Canadian government. So much money. I could have paid my rent for the whole of the time I was there. The laptop here, the MacBook here, when I always see me with, I buy the MacBook here from the Canadian government money. I come back, I give up my mother some money, and I did still have pocket money. I didn't have enough money for mine myself when I was over there. So again, when I was there, I met so many, listen, up to this day I tell people, my best place on, my best experiences I had when I was in Calgary. I tell everybody that, yo, as soon as I start fly again, I go into Calgary. And before I come with things in the comment section, I'm not flying not because I have papers or whatever. I have a visa and a passport. It's just that two things. One, I'm very stingy and I just can't justify the plane ticket to myself. If you've ever been to Calgary, you know that it's not cheap to get there. I just can't justify it. I can spend 2 weeks there for what? For reminisce. I can't sit down and just think back, lock my eye and think back in my head for the memories. I have to go over there for go do that. But my boyfriend, my mother keep on they're on my case of late. I'm not supposed to be so stingy to myself. I cannot work so hard. I'm not enjoying nothing. So maybe I'll end up going back over there. But listen, when I tell you on the understand, when I tell you I learned the value of hard work, when me tell you say me learn hard work when me over Canada, you will not even understand. You won't even understand Barbados law, Mona law, baby law, baby law compared to what them do over there. So Barbados and Mona, the lecturers spoon feed you. That's what I realized when I went to Canada. When I was in Calgary, my. They give you a whole heap. If in Barbados you were getting 15 cases to read and the lecturer normally tell you just read the first 3 and you're good to go. Look for the paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4 and you're good to go. You see in Calgary, they will give you a list of 100 cases and you better read all 100 because they're gonna be picking on you, and you as a professional, because over there's a professional degree, you can't just say, oh, I never did the assignment. You know, you have to do what you do. Because at the end of the day, this that you're doing now will make or break your entire career. I learned the value of hard work when I go over there. So when I came back to Barbados, it wasn't hard because of what I did when I was in Calgary. But this is just by virtue of focusing on the educational aspect of university and not thinking about the money, not thinking about how to hustle up the money, not thinking about, oh, how can I land a side hustle, how can I flip this money into that money. It's good that you're thinking that far ahead, but I think you're jumping the gun. Focus on your education as it is right now and look out for the opportunities around you. There are so many opportunities around you, but you don't spend the time to find out what they are. Go to the bursary and find out what scholarships are available. Let me tell you, there are so many scholarships available. Go to the bursary and find out what are available. Go home and read a book, study a book. Understand the material instead of just swatting it. Talk to who you need to talk to and ace your courses. Land a scholarship. Don't just look at Jamaican scholarships. Look in the Caribbean. Look in the world. Who knows? You may end up with a scholarship that, like the Canadian one that I got. I can't remember the amount of money I got, but let me tell you, as I said, I tell you, it pay my plane fare, and I'm gonna tell you, I said the ticket not cheap. It buy a MacBook, it pay my rent, and let me tell you, if one thing I regret is that I never took so many pictures. I wasn't really into the phone thing at the time. But my apartment was not shabby. Floor to ceiling glass, floor to ceiling windows, overlook the subway. And I don't mean it's just beautiful because the Rocky Mountains are right behind the subway, the train track, sorry. My apartment was soundproof. I'm telling you, bomb things. If I never focused on my education when I was in in high school, if I never focused on my CSEC and my CAPE, who's to say I would have gotten that opportunity that the government had? I need to figure out the name of that, but who's to say? I think it's 80% of the tuition that they subsidized. And I remember you pay only 200,000 or something like that for a law degree. Let me tell you, education, focus on what is in front of you. Look around to see what the opportunities are. After you're done lock and shell down your grades, you go and you apply for these opportunities. I'm telling you. You see, once you get these opportunities and these experiences when you graduate from university, you will not be the same, and just by virtue of the fact that your personality is more mature and your horizon is a lot broader, your intellectual capacity is a lot wider, you will attract more employers. I'm telling you that. And you may not even want an employer because perhaps, listen, maybe you're the next Mark Zuckerberg, who knows? But don't focus on, come on, you try to flip $5,000 to $10,000 when you could have focused in a school and shell a scholarship and end up making millions of dollars a month. Just my foolish advice anyway. I can't tell you what to do. I can only speak from my personal experiences, and I'm telling you that this is where it's at. The video got way longer than I expected, than I anticipated. So I'm probably gonna talk about student loan in another video. And what else was I gonna talk about? Something else I can't remember, but I'm gonna wrap up the video here. And then, oh no, not gonna wrap up the video here. Guys, guess what happened to me? So, you know, so I look at my Digicel bill, and you know, so my Digicel bill is 9,900. And you know who flip? You know who costs? Let me tell you, man, if you watch my minimalist video, you know that me and Digicel, we have a history, right? My bill is 9,900 for a $6,500 or $6,600 package. But anyway, hear what now, guys? I want to just share this with you. I don't know if anybody else, if it was just me alone in the dark, but I finally stopped to understand my bill. I finally stopped to understand the Digicel billing cycle and everything, and I think I have it under control now. Guys, did you know that Digicel charge 2 GCT? What, 15% GCT and one 25% GCT, plus them charge one special call tax or whatever it want name. You know, so Digicel charge 3 tax on your thing. So my package is a $6,600 package before the GCT reach on there. The 25% GCT, the 15% GCT, and the special call tax that the government imposes. I believe the 15% is regular GCT, consumer tax. But the 25%, I think it's a tax, the GCT that the government imposes on Digicel. But all in all, it brings my bill up to 8,200 and change. And because I've been paying 6,600 all this time, so here what happened. I paid like a whole heap of money on my bill. I prepaid my thing. Prepaid my bill. I'm on postpaid, but I prepaid the bill, so I put a whole heap of money down on the account. And so every month after I paid down the lump sum, every month when I spend the 6,600, it was just taking the balance out of the lump sum. Until this month, when the lump sum is done, I finally got a bill for 9,900 because the 8,200 plus there was a $1,400 balance on my last bill. So I flipped and I was about to call Digicel and cuss and go on bad again. Guys, I'm not the type to cuss and tell nobody about them cloth and this and that and go suck this and eat that and yam this. No, I'm not that type. I believe in professionalism. But I'm the type to cuss you off in standard English. You don't even understand what I'm saying until I'm done with the call. I'm that type. So I was about to call Digicel to do that again. But I realized it wasn't Digicel's fault, it was my fault. So I want to just apologize to Digicel and explain to you guys in case you are experiencing that. It's not, you just look at the package you have, add the 2 different GCT them, plus a special call tax, and you'll get your total. That's all I have for you today. Not really, but I have things to do. I have to go around on the survey. I never went to him the last time, so I'm going to have to go around to the surveyor today. I have a coaching call at 1, I believe, which is maybe an hour or so from now. I have to go get grocery. I have, oh my God, I have a whole lot of paperwork to do. Listen to me. But anyway, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Don't forget to comment. I like when you comment. It puts a smile on my face when you comment because you're funny. So comment. Bye, guys.